Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily App Show. Today we have an app for the iPad for you called Combat Mission Touch. This is a very in-depth, interactive, kind of a military game that we can use. What we have to do is go through different strategies and things like that to defeat our enemy. And we can play as either the Americans or the Germans, and we have to fight each other. So you can see we have a few different modes of play. We can either do solo or online. We can also view a tutorial, which is about a 15-minute video, which will take you through all of the controls of the game. So if you're having trouble playing or getting started, that'd be a great way to learn. And then we can also view any leaderboards as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into our solo mode. Now we can either play a specific battle of scenario, or we can watch previously recorded battles. We're going to just choose a specific one and see if we can either play as the Americans or the Germans or random. We're going to go here and play as the Americans. You have all these different levels that we can play in. So you can see all these different ones. We're just going to choose one here and press the play button. Now there is a star point on the map, and what that star point is the win zone. We have to defend or get to that zone with having the least amount of casualties and have that area not invaded. So you can see here it's going to take us through a overview of the map as we go through, and we can press this play button and it'll fast forward it for us. Now we have a few different things we can do here. We can move around on this board and kind of view the different area and survey it just like this. And we can also pinch and zoom to pinch, all the way in here. We can rotate our camera any way that we want as well. So when we're first starting out, which is what we're doing right now, you can see we have all of our different artillery and tanks and things like this and infantry, and we are in our star zone. So this one we are going to be defending it. Now anywhere within this green box we can set these guys so that we can defend this area. We can set people in houses and in trees for cover and things like that, and tanks anywhere on open road. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a few of these just so that we can grab them. That we can either grab by their body or their icon. We're just going to put them in a few of the different areas so that we have them spread out. We don't have all of our eggs in one basket. We're just going to move them around like this. Put a lot of them in houses to defend. And then once we have placed everything where we're going to put it, we can press the play button. Now as we're doing this, our enemies are doing that as well. So once we press the play button, what we can do is we can give specific commands for maybe anybody coming into our area or anything like that. We don't have any hostile stuff yet, so we're just going to press the play button and see where it goes. And what this is going to do is it's going to now compute the turn for any actions that we have given any of our soldiers, or any actions that our enemy has given our soldiers. It's going to compute this turn. It's going to actually play it in a 30-second real-time play so that we can see everything that's going on. So once this finishes its green wheel, it's going to start, and we can actually just move the camera around. We're a spectator during this time. So you see it's playing here. We can do is zoom in and see anything that's going on the ground. This is where our enemies are coming from, so we're going to see if anything's going on over here. So you can see we have one tank driving up, and some people driving or walking up as well, and we can see them coming. So that's going to be great. We can see that the movie is almost over. What we can do is press the play, and it'll actually skip it. And now we can see any enemies that are coming. So you can see we have them on the icons on the screen. So we can come over here and see if they are in range for attack. It appears that they are at least close, so we can choose one of our pieces, and we can actually give it different commands. We can have them move slowly, which will not tire them out, move fast, which will tire them out, hunt, which is very slowly, but they're going to be on the lookout for things. There's this attack button as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack this tank as soon as it gets there, and we are going to press the play button. And so it's going to now compute that turn, and it is going to attack the tank as soon as it can. So once it does that, it's going to try firing shots at it. Now, different tanks have different areas that are weak. You know, the rear and the sides are pretty weak, but the fronts are heavily armored. You can learn all this by watching the tutorial that we discussed earlier and really in depth in the game. So this is almost finished computing the turn, then we're going to see what happens. What we're going to do is we're actually going to zoom in and watch this. So we got that tank, so that's pretty great since we were hitting it from the side. We can skip through that. You see we took down one of our enemy tanks, and we can actually choose to take down another one, or at least try to as well. We want to get that line colored so that we know that that's actually going to follow that tank and not just hit a point on the ground. Well, it's good to zoom in when you're playing this to see what your soldiers can see, because they're not going to be able to attack something that they cannot see. So it's going to be really human like that. So it's not going to just be some computer that can hit anything no matter where it is on the board. It's going to be really great like that. So this one is now attacking that tank. Let's see where we go. We're pretty heavily in the trees, so that's going to be really beneficial for us. But it looks like they spotted us. And it looks like they got past us. But now we're on alert. We can either continue attacking them if we want to, even though we have this other one here, or we can move or try to take more cover farther away from the tanks or something like that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to stop all of our enemies from getting into our zone with the star, so that we can make sure that we gain the victory and make sure that they don't have anything up on us. So like I said, we can press play and skip this and see the outcome, and we can come back over here. You can see there's a lot actually coming toward us still, so we can make sure that we get rid of them as they're coming. So once again, this application is available for the iPad. It's a really fun combat-style strategy game. It's called Combat Mission Touch. If you like it, be sure to pick it up in the App Store.